What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of This Week in Madden Show 208. I got Z Farrells here with Sgibs. Sgibs, get on that camera, zoom that bad boy out. Let's see how this thing looks. We are live right now, guys, on twitch.tv/Madden Tips, about to break down your mailbag questions like we do every single Wednesday. And yeah, that's good. I know it's tight. But we're gonna work on it, and we'll try and figure it out.
It wouldn't be TWIM without a new setup, right?
Yeah, you gotta mix it. Maybe if you move back, or would that make it worse?
I think moving back would make it worse.
Worse, yeah.
I think my plan was to lean.
You're gonna try and get your desk back in.
I'm like right here.
Maybe I can move left.
See,
there you go.
I've been asking for that for 200 shows. For 200 shows.
Yeah, I mean.
And then you just lean a little bit more.
It'll be tough.
You know what I'm
we'll
saying?
work it out.
Yeah.
So, let's see what we have going on tonight. We're going to be talking about the Madden Challenge, which is starting to approach pretty quick.
Madden Championship Series.
Madden Championship Series. But the specific event, the first event.
Madden Classic.
Madden Classic.
The Madden Classic, yeah.
I got it backwards.
Yeah, and there was some hot fire that dropped today. We'll have to check it out about Serious Mo in the community. We'll have to check that video out coming up here tonight.
We've got America's offense, the best defensive formation, using the defensive end, best running back moves, stop the deep ball, 4-4 cover 2 invert, and the game of the week. Sgibs is trying to take on a challenger.
Do I run the Niners offense again and get another win?
Probably not.
No?
Unless you think you got what it takes, but I don't think you have a chance. So.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
Gibbs will have to snuggle up with this cat to get him on tape.
Take your elite.
You're gonna have to move as over as you can.
Yep.
Oh, I think I can do this actually.
Yeah. No, you need this. Watch this.
Hang on. Watch this.
Watch this. There's so much real estate back here. Watch. I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to do this for months.
All right.
Watch.
Don't lose my hard drive.
Pick that up.
Okay.
Watch. And then we'll move this. Move this back. You don't need all that real estate. Now just do this. Look.
I can't see the TV at all.
It's okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, look. You got that. And then just do that.
How are we gonna read the chat?
You can read the chat. I'll read the chat. From
You
here.
never read the chat.
I read the
It's
chat.
one of your weaknesses. You're not very presidential.
I read the chat all the time. Look at that. Boom. See how that's done?
There you go. I got Gibbs mug in here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Look. You come back a little bit now.
I come back.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And now we're better.
All right.
I need a haircut.
Time to talk Madden 17.
Yep.
Gibbs. We're gonna start it out. This is kind of one of the biggest hidden things I don't think enough people take advantage of in the game. I read an article today on OS. They were talking about the skills trainer, saying that Madden has one of the most robust skills trainer options in there. Now, game like FIFA, they have skills drills that are fun. You try and get high scores. But Madden is all about teaching you what is going on. So which of these new drills, or just drills in general, do you think is the most valuable here in the skills trainer? Like, people that we told to do this at the start of the year.
I know guys like J. Reed Vick did. I know he did, definitely.
But a lot of people took the shortcut, and they skipped over the skills trainer. What did they miss out on? What's the most important thing you can do?
Well, before we get started, I just want to show that I am reading the chat. So shout out to my guy BTB into Clutch, who said this is a test to see if Gibbs reading the chat. I am.
He is reading the chat. That's why you should show up live on Wednesday nights at 8.
I am reading the chat.
Because Gibbs might read your chat.
And I think the most important one is attacking coverages. I think this is the hardest thing for people to do, is to identify what is a cover 1, what is a cover 2, what is a cover 3, what's a cover 2 man. This is a great case, like a case study to help you do that. And you start at the top of the tree, right? So here it is, cover 2 zone. Let's take a look. So right at the gate, you see cover 2 is his own defense, where 5 defenders play zone coverage, and the 2 deep safeties are each responsible for 1/2 of the field.
Yep.
Literally look at the play art.
Okay.
Look at that. So 2 deep safeties. You got 3 hooks on the middle of the field, and then that's how you want to attack it. Where's the weakness of this? The deep middle, the deep sideline. You can tell those are the weaknesses.
Seam a little bit. Yep. All right. So cover 2.
Yep.
So you can recognize cover 2 by finding the 2 deep safeties. The 2 cornerbacks will also be about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. So we see that right there with the arrows, pretty handy. You then have beat cover 2 with a flood. So flood concepts will work against this. And let's take a look. We should have the flat pretty much wide open, although we have to hit it within that hot spot. So we're going to have to wait for the corner route to get open, potentially. Now with the guy in a cloud flat, he should back off a little bit. Like we said, we want to go underneath. Obviously there's the hot spot there, but because it's a cloud flat, they will back away.
Yep.
I'm going to take that route all day long. But generally you would wait for the corner, or you could wait for the route coming across. See how he backed off? I'm going to do that. Playmaker, and then hold A, possession catch.
That's to win the
challenge. That's very arbitrary, but you know, that's also an option. So
I mean, you can do that all day. Playmaker midfield, do that all day. Like, that's an easy way to win.
That's an easy way to beat this. But then you have the smash concept. So that was the flood concept. Then you have the smash concept. So beat cover 2 with the smash. So we're going to attack cover 2, and let's take a look and see what we have about that. Attacking cover 2 is, with the smash concept, we're going to go to RB and see.
So you had them. You
had
different windows.
Then gotta wait.
So this is AJ. This is AJ's EA Sports AJ. One of his favorite
bread and butter.
This is his bread and butter right here. So you can actually throw to the B route now. You can throw to B now.
But you gotta get.
Then he's gonna collapse.
Yeah.
So you can just chuck this one away if you want, but
or I could RB and dot it up.
Or you need to get rid of the ball in time. But that's definitely a way. Smash is one of the best ways to attack cover 2. But you got to throw the short hook first, and then you can throw the corner, and then you can come back to the short hook. But you got to read the corner. Does he drop to go the cornerback? Does he drop to go to the deep corner, or does he stay underneath to defend the smash?
Right. And now with the seam here on the right side of the field, what would you think about this? Do you think, if you had to say who's going to get open in the hot spot on this play, who would you say? Probably the underneath halfback.
I think it's going to be the tight end on the little hook. I also think the left sideline, you could probably throw that, that's a good option. I like the left sideline, deep. You want to throw him at give me an 11 o'clock pass.
To Victor Cruz?
Yeah, when he gets past the corner, he's going to get pressed, and then give me that 11 o'clock pass. Yeah, there you go. See?
Rack it.
Yeah.
I like it. Rack it up, rack it in.
Yep.
Nice. So those are the skills trainer guys. You're probably skipping over these drills. Run defense is pretty big because they changed it up. Now, if you've been watching the show, you know about gaps, you know about tackle battles. So you've obviously seen those in action. But just going in and reviewing those and understanding, this is where the game tells you what it wants you to do. The game is literally telling you what to do. Not only is it teaching you, it's telling you what a force defender is, what a cutback defender is, where the gaps are, how to use right stick to see the assignments, and it's just super important. Here we're going to defend the B gap, our job to get in there. And we slowed them down.
That's good job.
I
like that it tells you the gap. Because it gives you an understanding of spacing on the field.
Oh, nice juke.
That was a crazy juke.
That was a good juke.
Latavius Murray got some wiggle sticks, huh?
Yeah. And then you have the force defender that teaches everything to stay back inside, and then you've got your cutback defender that forces everything to stay back the other way, depending on where the run goes. And I know a lot of people in the chat are like, yo, this is so basic, but there's a lot of people that don't understand these basics. They think they do.
Right.
They think they know what's going on, but it works a little bit differently.
Falls, I was using the wrong run defense for an entire first month of the game. I was crashing my line, blitzing guys, taking away the force defender. That's one of the most important fundamentals of this year's game. You can't re-blitz whoever the force defender might be. You need to know that, and then if you re-blitz him, you lose him as a force defender, and then your run defense is going to be in trouble.
I mean, you even got user coverage to teach you how to strafe, get over the middle of the field. You've got pocket presence to learn how to avoid sacks in the pocket. That's something that you watch a good player with good pocket presence, and you almost don't even know it. Right? You almost don't know it until they don't have it. Special teams to learn how to do field goal blocks, kick blocks, and I'm just saying, if you haven't done it, even if you think you're the cat's pajamas at this game, you think you're so high and mighty and good and just going to blow everybody out.
There's value.
There's value. It will show, you'll learn something, and it might not be a football thing if you're a football guy.
Yep.
It might not be a Madden thing if you're a Madden guy, but you'll probably learn one or the other. Oh, that's why they do that. Or, oh, that's that control. Like I've always wondered why my guy, when I go to strip, does X animation. Oh, it's because this, or like I'm pressing this button, or they're pressing that button, or.
Shout out to, well, you also see in the chat, Zob Mercer says, if you know the basics, you can rule in any Madden. That's very true. The other thing I like about
it, it's worth your time because it carries over.
Yeah, well, the other thing I like about it is you will find that, like, you have your trinket ways and your plays and your fancy plays of how you actually attack a cover 2 or cover 3. Like, we all have those plays, right? Like, oh, I'm going to go to this play, the play action does this, and then I'll throw the post. Whatever, right?
Yep.
Well, these plays give you like a base understanding to call a play, set it, forget it, and run it, and you'll have success. Like, you can add these as like a wrinkle to your scheme. Like, there's no reason, like, Smash is actually a really good concept this year. I talked about at the beginning of the year, I also like curl flats a lot. Like, we, as Madden players, we don't really use either one of those
Which cover
plays.
2 do you find Smash to be the best against?
Any cover 2, because if the...
Like where do you go against which... You know what I mean? Against which cover 2 flat zone? Because those zones, different zones, kind of make me nervous.
If you get a hard flat, cover 2, we're going to practice mode here.
Yeah.
If you get a hard flat cover 2, you want to make sure that you're going to throw the corner, right? If you get a cloud flat, there's different windows.
Give me the Seahawks.
Seahawks defense. If you get a cloud flat, then you have 2 different windows to throw the ball. So pro Seahawks. So you would throw to the short hook right away. Then you have the timing to then throw to the corner. So the timing's different. Now if you have a soft squat, you want to go to the short route all day. So there's different routes, different reads for different defensive coverages. And then things change from there if you get cover 3 or cover 4 or cover 2 man. Like, you got different options. Like, if you get cover 2 man, you got to go to the backside deep in. Like, you got it. If you get a blitz, you go to the backside deep in, or hopefully they're blitzing off of the trip side, and then you throw the short hook.
Right. I like that. Guys, remember, if you have specific mailbag questions that you want to get sent over, tweet them to us right now, at Madden Bible. I'll look them up as we get into the show. But I've also got some questions here tonight, and we are going to kick things off with the first question. Coming into this one, there was some really good questions in the mailbag tonight, so make sure, thanks for submitting them, and you can use the exclamation point TWIMQ in the chat to submit more for next week. But let's talk about it right here, starting out with this one. So what are the top 3 skills to get from level 100 to level 50? I'm looking to for 3 focus areas to elevate a top 100 player to a top 50 player. Haunted JH can hold his own in most games. He occasionally beats people in the top 25, but often in the top 50. I'm finding my mostly zone defense gets taken apart pretty easily by the top of the top. I think I need to play more Mandy and bring heat. What else should I be working on? Very good question right there.
I think that's a great question. I think that defensive adjustments come into play there. Like, I'm guessing that he is doing something of the following. Let me see what I got here. Like, bear under. Let me go to like nickel normal, and like you might be able to be getting away, makes you a top 100 player, and you're calling just straight up like cover 3 Mabel. Like, you're probably able to play a lot of people and just call cover 3 Mabel and have a lot of success. Mm-hmm. But what ends up happening is once you get to the best players in the world, they've spent hours.
They know I'm gonna go this play and see if I can get it coming back across the middle. I'm sure he's still good enough to use her, but then he's got to use her a couple routes. Right. And every time he calls a different play, they have the counter for the play. And he's like, how can they already have the counter for the play? I haven't even called that play yet. Right.
So that's the rub right there, right? That's the crux of the problem. The best players in the world, they are prepared for no matter what you do. Right. So if you go to a cover 2 sink and you're like, oh, no one can beat cover 2 sink. You're telling me that Eric Problem hasn't labbed how to beat cover 2 sink. Like, like, maybe he can't do it every single down. Like 10 out of 10 plays, get a big time conversion. But what I'll tell you what he will be able to do is he'll have a play that he feels confident. Okay, if I face somebody that runs cover 2 sink, I'm going to feel confident doing X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. And same goes for all those guys. Stiff, Serious Mo, Boog, Zan. Like, they all have prepared, and that's what separates. That's what gets you to the next step. Like, you can run the best plays, you can run the best coverages, you can have the best team. That's going to help you get to, like, the upper echelon of the best players, like in the world, like, from a percentage standpoint. But to get to the 1% of the 1%, like, you need to do that lab work. That preparation is what makes you better. The preparation is what makes you better.
So preparing for specific opponents, because I would agree with that. So preparing for specific schemes and opponents, like certain players are going to run certain things. Taking time to like go to other channels and seeing like, okay, I just watched a tournament last night and these players were doing like this specific thing. Like you're gonna know when people come run halfback wheel, what they're gonna do, because that's what people in the top 300 run.
Right.
But people in the top 50, they're going to be running something different. The other thing I would say, a second focal point, is like smart football, and I would say this is where Sgibs sometimes struggles because he's not a presidential candidate. You're not very presidential.
Why? Why not?
Doesn't hold RB. He doesn't go out of bounds.
That's not true.
He doesn't manage the end of the clock well.
True.
He exposed himself to big hits, and then he goes, I can't believe I fumbled, man. This game just doesn't like me. I got a bad beat right there. It's like, dude, you ran into a hit stick when you could have stepped out of bounds, and it only would have gained you 2 yards. Or like you didn't lay down with the ball carrier, or you called that play before the 2-minute warning when you didn't need to, or like there's so many subtle things you learn from just getting a lot of reps that, can cost you 30 seconds, cost you 40 seconds. It's like having a game plan and going into it. Like when I play this person, I'm going to try and maximize as many plays as I can call. So I'm going to go tempo, 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 or I'm going to slow this game down and see if I can actually, take down problem by playing him slow, playing him tight, but then by running the ball, my room for error is so short that if I do fumble or I do turn the ball over, I'm probably not going to get a second chance against somebody like that. So
or just pick you off like that. Does that never do that?
That's exactly like that. That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of critical game management decisions that we see the best players move, and part of it I think is like nerves. Like we saw Stiff, I think in the Madden championship, in the early rounds he played Hollywood, and I think before the half he didn't score a touchdown with like 10 seconds left. Like he ran a play and he ended up like not converting, and after he was like, man, that was stupid. Like I've been in that situation 10,000 times. It's never been a problem. But like when he was playing somebody big, he wasn't nervous. It was a big stage though,
right.
And like he wouldn't have made that mistake normally, or he just mismanaged something. So that happens. And then the third thing you can do to go from 50 to 100, like go to bring it down, Sgibs, to really improve your game, aside from adjustments, aside from managing the clock better, and not worrying about who you're playing, just you got to play the game. I mean, fight. Like I know fight sounds like stupid, but like you have, when you're playing somebody good, you will face adversity. You will think at times like, man, this guy really knows exactly what I'm doing.
Everything.
But what's like Serious Mo has stated is like, in Problems said the same thing. Like I will give my opponent this corner route to Marcus Wheaton 100 times in a row.
Right.
And people will be in the chat and they'll be like, you're terrible. Why can't you stop that corner route? And then on 4th and 9 with the game on the line,
he's going to put the right adjustment in.
He will finally make the right adjustment. It's not like finally like he doesn't know how to make it, but he finally just takes something away. So learning to take something away, but knowing when to take it away is important in like fighting. Like you get a bad beat, you keep fighting. Like, okay, you're down 14, who cares? Like I've seen Problem down 14 against like Skimbo. He fought all the way back in that game, Like he fought. Yeah, okay, I turned the ball over. Stiff gave me a hit stick.
What would you
Don't
call
care.
that? Would you call that experience? Would you call that like experience, savvy,
like
street smarts?
I don't know.
Like I would think a lot of that probably comes with experience, because you don't know that, you don't know to keep fighting, you don't know, like you don't recognize those things unless you have experienced there, you've been there, you've seen people do that.
Right.
I think, and that's what makes guys like Serious Mo so great. Like he has learned those things.
Right. He's played in enough big ones that it's just like, yeah. And I never thought like, oh yeah, just keep fighting. Like I thought it was just something people say like, oh, I'm gonna keep fighting, but it's like, no, when you get down 14 in a game, like I think I got down against Shugs by 14 like 2 years ago, and I'm just like, all right, I just gotta keep playing. Like I can't score 14 points on this next drive. Just gotta score 7.
Gotta score 7.
I'll eventually get a stop. Like maybe it won't be this one. Maybe I'll be down 14 the whole game. But then maybe the half will. Right. Maybe at the half it will happen.
Well, maybe he'll make a mistake.
It'll turn, or maybe he'll make a mistake. But just keep putting pressure on it. I didn't just give up or go away from my game plan.
The worst thing you can do as a competitive Madden player is get the mindset that you've
already lost.
That you deserve anything. I've seen it a million times. I've gone through it myself as a competitive Madden player.
Right.
Like, think that that people know your name. And then because people know who you are, that you automatically should beat this person or that person, or this person's a bum, or like having that mentality
right
is going to cause you problems as well. Like, you have to go into every game that every game's going to be a barn burner. You have to respect all your opponents. Like, you should never be shocked to be down 14-0.
Right.
You got to prepare. Like, sometimes the game, sometimes things just don't go your way.
Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard.
Sometimes it's tough.
Sometimes it's hard.
Sometimes it's tough. But you got to respect the game. You got to respect your opponent. All you can do is go out there and play your game plan. Like,
I've read so much like, this guy's a bum, that guy's a bum, I'm so good. And I'm like, dude, are you sure you're that good? Because I've never seen you at a big tournament.
Right.
You weren't like, so yeah, you're new, yeah, you play online, yeah, you're tops of the leaderboard, but like, there's a lot of guys that don't make it. There's a lot of guys on the leaderboard, and that's why like seeing a guy like D Jones prove himself last year was like impressive. It was impressive.
He's number 1 on the leaderboard again,
and that's amazing too.
And he's been number 1 on the leaderboard for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
guy's a savage.
That's a guy where it's like, oh, I played D Jones. I don't like his style. He's a bum, man. I would take him down. And then like you play him and you just lose because you need to pay somebody like that respect, and you should pay every opponent respect until you beat them by 21, and then they're a bum.
Really? No, you still respect them. That's the worst
and you
thing
give them
you ever
respect.
say.
No, I'm saying if you have that attitude. If you have that attitude. If you're that attitude, everybody's a bum.
Right. Correct.
No. Maybe, but beat him first. Beat him first. Like, you haven't. There's not a lot of people who can go, I played that guy, he's a bum, that I'll be like, I will trust their opinion on.
Yeah.
Like, the list is very few.
Right.
There's 10 people in the community where I was like, if RG came in, I'm like, no, I played that guy, he's a bum. Or when actually
not use that
RG doesn't use the term bum, but he uses the opposite.
Right.
He goes,
ooh, he's grizzly.
He's like, yo, I was at a tournament, I saw that guy play. This dude did ABC. Yo, this guy's for real.
This guy's tough.
This guy's for real.
Got real. I love when he calls it grizzly.
I take his opinion extremely high, because he's been out there. He knows the scheme. So
yeah,
it's all good. I'm saying those are some things you can do to go from being a pretty good player to a really good player. Like, notice not many of them were on the field things. This guy gave you a couple, push the buttons faster, push the adjustments harder, yada yada yada. Mine, all mental. That's why I win. That's why I win in the ring every time.
You got to execute on the field.
Vote for me, Z Farrells.
You got to execute. You want to keep going down that road? You got to execute at the end of the day. So you can have all your theories, all that good stuff. Don't call.
Mine are theories. I'm 4-0 against you on TWIM this year, Madden 16, post patch, whatever. All right, next question in the mailbag. Remember, guys, send them in. This question is from. Let's see who it's from. Tom PJ99. He says, the gun bunch tight end scheme, he's been using the Browns offense and he loves it, but he feels like he should be using the gun bunch tight end more, which is in the Browns and in the Colts. Mm-hmm. What plays would you tell him to run from the gun bunch tight end? Is it an every down formation? Is it a big hitter formation?
Yeah, it's a every.
Like, what do you think about it? We don't have it.
I know. Go to gun bunch though. Go to gun bunch, flip it when you call it. Don't pick a play yet, but I would say pound for pound is probably the best overall one of the best overall passing formations. I don't think it's the best formation in the game because
I don't know what play I just picked.
I don't think it's the best formation in the game because I don't think you can't really run the ball great from it. I think gun bunch weak, you can run better, but it does have some unique passing plays in it that make it really effective. I can show you a couple here.
Did the plays that you used last year still pretty much stand, or with the new zones, is it a little bit different?
I want you to call the play. Go down. It's called curl flat.
Okay.
So this is a play that's actually very similar to what you're going to find in the gun bunch tight end. So move the ball back 10 yards.
Okay. Let's get back in that chat right now.
All right. So what I like about this, so how I actually run it, you can attack the sideline. And what makes it really effective is how deep the corner is. Mm-hmm. The one that gun bunch tight end, it might be a little deeper, but what I like to do is I just vertical out Brown. I like fades typically because they are a little slanted. And then I would power or max protect, and then drag max protect, please.
You don't like that flat?
See, that's the problem. I would then put coats on a drag, and then green on a slant or an in. So
in practice mode, disagree. Don't need to.
You do need to because you need to.
Don't need to max protect.
No.
And then put them on a slant.
It's quicker.
It's quicker for you.
I know, but that's how you would do it.
But down in practice mode, it's not quicker.
No.
Yes. In practice mode, it's not faster. Fact.
Bad habits.
Bad habits die hard.
Okay, so what ends
Just
up
like your offense against my defense. But next question.
what ends up happening is you have the ability to throw the corner, and the corner is one of the hardest routes to throw in this year's game because the buzz zones and the flats, they do such a good job like with adjustments, like calling soft squat or calling a Mabel. Like they do a great job at taking it away. But with this corner, and specifically the one in gun bunch tight end, does a great job of getting really deep. So that's what I like about it. I like that's the same reason why I like gun bunch trail. It's the same thing reason I like about it. But other than that, like you have to work passing wise. Like I think any formation in the game that you're gonna get, like
Gotta wait on it.
You gotta wait on it. Any formation in the game, you're gonna find like this isn't a great example of it, but this play is in the gun bunch tight end. But this is the closest we have.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that any corner that you can throw, like you want to look for deep corners. Because
there's two different types of corners. There's one we just showed from halfback wheel, which is a short corner, great against man, good against cover 2, less effective in this year's game. But then there's a deep corner, which you didn't really need last year.
Yeah.
So when you saw this A route on plays, you'd be like, wow, this corner is way too deep. Like, I can't beat man. It takes way too long. And why would you need this when you just have the other one? But this year, it's like you do need the depth because that extra 5 yards before he cuts gets you beyond the purple. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my band name, Beyond the Purple.
Beyond the Purple. So that's where I find value in, like, and again, I don't think it's he
got pressed, so he didn't.
Right, but you see how you can actually throw. Like it's a viable option. Once he gets deep enough, like you need time in the pocket, but it's a viable option. Like if you were to go to a different corner. Like, even if he gets time, like, he doesn't get deep enough, so the buzz just runs with him. So, like, it becomes, like, a moot point. Like, you can't run it. Like, so then if you get cover 2, like, right here, you'll see that you'll be able to throw the drag out of that curl flat. Like, do the same stuff. You'll see that you'll be able to throw the drag. Because the corner, the flat, like, drifts. He runs away from
Did I max protect or not?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
But you, like, see how everyone drifts away? And then, like, there's space to run with the drag. So that's what's cool about it. One other play we'll show you here from Gun Bunch that I really like. Go back out. It's a really good play, actually.
And while we're talking about Gun Bunch and Gun Bunch tight end, which we will break down some more plays, there's some stuff from last year that you can still run. But
I've been running Gun Bunch tight end since Madden 08. Madden 09.
Colts Madden 09?
Yeah. So flip it, and then go to I think it's double trail. Keep going down.
How do you feel about Gun Bunch wide?
Don't love it. It's
I don't love it either.
So here's what I like about this. You can drag coats if you'd like, or if it's man, it's a great man to ground. It's a drag around against man, so a deep out. Or you can fade B. You can fade B.
Okay.
So what ends up happening is the RB route becomes like this like really deep cross that like gets into like a really tender area on the field, like a downfield.
The AB route?
The RB route.
RB route.
There's no AB.
AB.
RB.
Yeah, AB.
No, AB is...
No, I thought you were talking about the AB route.
What's the AB route? Oh, Antonio Brown.
Sticky bun?
Okay, so here what I want you to do. I want you to motion out Antonio Brown.
Okay.
And then snap it once he gets like kind of... Yeah, snap it now. So he runs delayed, and then he runs that post that then you can use her over.
Kind of the Z spot post.
You can then use her. So now you
ran that against the other day.
Now you have Z spot, and then you have that on the left side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So street coats, and then.
I know you want a motion, yeah.
Yeah. But take a look at this route now to just hang in the pocket, like wait on RB, like wait on him as long as you see how he gets. You want to wait on him longer.
Yeah.
Because you want to throw it to him.
You want him to catch it when he's on the number, so he's already like broken away.
Let me just make it easier, right? All right, go ahead.
So we could
just to show you.
Z spot post.
Like watch RB.
Yeah.
That happened to actually a couple times.
That happens on routes.
I'll tell you that happened.
It happens on routes.
But more times than I actually called that out in the stream a couple times I played. I was like, why is RB stopping? But he
is it how I'm rolling
Might
or
be how you rolled,
let me see. I won't roll really as much here. No, his feet got a little.
He tried to get going though. He tried to get going. I think your rollout made him.
Doesn't sound like a me problem.
Go ahead. Probably a you problem.
You would blame that. I'm a man of the people, so I wouldn't blame the game.
Yeah, that's no good. You don't want him stopping there.
No. We got to see if that's a route run. I'll stay in the pocket. I'll stay in the pocket.
Stay in the poly pocket?
I'll stay in the pocket.
Stay in the poly pocket.
I love a pocket. Remember when they used to call like wraps pockets, but like pita pockets?
Pita pockets.
I love a pocket.
Pita pet.
Let me get that on a pocket.
Hey, can I get a pita pet?
Can I get it on a pocket?
Can I get that pita pet kid? Can I get that pita pet kid? See how he... Oh.
Yeah, no, he stopped and I didn't roll out, but that's
Weird.
fine. But you can try and spin that so that the people...
Falls Ganda. Woo!
Sherman.
But this time, try Dragon Coats. Try Dragon Coats. Let me see.
Dragon Coats, also my band name. All right. Drag Coats.
Okay, go.
Send out Brown.
Yeah, and let's just see if Green... Maybe that's when he was running it fully.
No.
That's bizarre.
AB stops too.
I've run it. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. So try drifting left. Try drifting left.
Okay, good call from RG.
Yeah.
That's the new get open logic so wide receivers can break away from max coverage man defense.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
All right.
Very good to know. That's the answer to our question. That's why you get RG in the chat.
That's why you get an RG.
All right, guys. So let's actually highlight this.
Yeah.
Right.
So
play man and then do
max coverage.
Yeah, because you were letting me roll out of the pocket, right? So.
Yeah, I'll just do that. This is old school max coverage, by the way. Only rush one.
That's how people used to do it.
That's old school. Imagine you have to defend that right now.
It's tough.
2 buzzes, a spy, and rush 1.
Some people still do it. I carve them though. I carve them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so right now we're facing max coverage defense, and what you'll see is there's some new get open logic. RG is in the chat, as you guys know. RG Madden. Make sure you give him a follow. But what you'll see is RB will actually slow down his route and try and get open and away. He'll try and use, we see AB, he broke off his route and he was able to get open. So we'll go into instant replay. It will just show you. Now it's something you want to note of because if you're waiting on a route that's open, so I was throwing the original 89 route right here. And Gibbs said, hey, try and wait till he gets to the numbers because you can then hit him for a bigger gain. But what was happening was he was slowing down and then turning and facing the quarterback. So you see the same thing with Antonio Brown right here. He pops his feet, but then when AB starts open again, he toasts 35. Those 35 sheed. He does not have as good man coverage as Antonio Brown has route running. So when he starts back up, bam, you're getting it wide open. And it's definitely something you want to keep in mind because every now and then your guys will slow down on their routes, and you want to know that you have that.
So just throw that Brown route like he cuts in, like he's gonna cut.
Brown?
Yeah.
Where's Brown?
X. No.
I overthrew it, but
you waited too long. Yeah. It's.
Oh, so you're saying when I motion him out and throw it like the Z spot? I got you.
Motion him. Yeah, just motion him out, not all the way. Just snap it now, and then once you like kind of makes it cut, like you get the idea.
Yeah, I did not mean to lob it. I didn't mean to lob it.
See, guys, you can have all the theory in the world. All the theory in the world, right?
That you have the theory that this is a good route, Gibbs. Not proven. Not proven. I also didn't do 100 before bed.
That's true.
AB again.
It gives. I'm saying it gives you an option. It's the Z spot style route. It gives you an option.
Yeah, it's good.
You can't force it.
It's not Z spot, but that's fine.
You're not going to live off of this route for an entire game.
Here's how you're going to live. Let me see your defense. Yeah, this is how you're going to live.
What?
Sammy Coates against Richard Sherman, like I do to you every single game of the week. I burn you deep for a touchdown. It is a no-brainer because you're soft. Why do you press?
I didn't press.
Why you got Richard Sherman up against Sammy Coates?
I didn't call press.
And he just gets real nice against him, bro. Just gets real nice against him. Samuel Coates. Toasting Sgibs one more time. That's how we roll. That's how I live my life, Gibbs.
Yeah, you're good. You think that's good?
60 yards at a time.
Yeah.
Like Vin Diesel. Fast and Furious, Sammy Coates. Anyway, let's take a look at the next question in the mailbag.
100 before bed. That's a new band name, too.
100 before bed. Great band name.
That's a great band name.
Great band name. Can you guys write down the band names? Dragon Coats, Into the Purple. Was it Into the Purple? And 100 before bed. And if you see more band notes, let's keep note in the chat, and then we can have a vote after the show.
Best band name ever. I like it. 100 before bed.
100 before bed.
Dragon Coats is good, but yeah, it's
okay.
Too random.
How long do you wait before you consider scrambling? What's the maximum time you would stand in the pocket? I seem to have a problem with not scrambling and sitting in the pocket waiting for someone to get open. When I do scramble, I usually do it too early. So that is a question that Teflon Dapperdon wants to know. So let's talk about that. So couple things. Let's go to, can you call dime, or call a 3-down line, but not one with a built-in scramble.
I'll try to.
Yet.
I'll do my best.
If they don't have it, if they have it, yeah. Dollar, cover 2 man blitz, yeah.
Cover 2 man blitz?
And then you user.
The blitzing linebacker?
Yeah. So, Steelers cross, right? So right now, as my quarterback in Ultimate Team, I have either Tyrod Taylor or Steve McNair. So when I decide I want to scramble, what I do is I'm looking at the line before the snap.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, if he doesn't spy, I'm good. So I start and snap the ball, and then, none of those guys drop back, and then I go, and I can generally outrun that. And I do that to, if it's 3rd and 7 or less, I know I'm going to be able to kind of pick up the yards that I need. Now, put him in a hook, and then drop one of those guys. Actually, contain them before instead of spy. Okay, so right now, same thing. Oh, they're coming wide. I know I can't break off, right? So I know I cannot break off to the outside, so I know I have to go up the middle. And that is critical in knowing when to scramble, is seeing if they did this. Because you can really only scramble up the middle in this game, from a 5-wide set. See how they're just playing patty cake, 72, and he's got the outside edge. You know he's going to block shed. You know he's playing.
He's not fighting. He's waiting.
You know he's waiting for the outside edge because that's what you told him to do. So give me contain one more time, and I'm going to try and take it up the middle. But I have to look out for the
those guys, the D tackle.
The D tackle, and whatever. Sometimes the D tackle falls over, and then you know you can run. But yeah, it's almost like a running back. You have to pick the lane that you know. And then I also like to cut it back like that. I know that's Big Ben, he's not the fastest, but see how I was running one way, and you were coming in, the user comes in.
You're changing the pursuit.
People don't expect you to not slide. So it's better than you think. Now, I agree with Teflon saying he runs too early, because right now I'm all right, if I don't see a spy, I'm going. But what I really should be is is it open, is it open, is it open, is it open? Now I'm going. Because see how the ends got upfield before? You want to get them as far away from you as you can. So yeah, you do want to give it your first 2 or 3 reads, cover your mouth. With your elbow, though.
I fought it.
You ate that sneeze.
I did.
Eating sneezes? Band-aid. Okay.
I ate the sneeze. No, I think it's just I ate the sneeze. Ate the sneeze.
Sneeze button.
Woo.
Band name. Anyway, but now give me a spy on one of the ends instead of that guy.
But then you're gonna run the ball if they're doing this, because they're only rushing 2 guys.
Right. But I'm just saying, before the snap, right now that I see that you've gone, I don't. But then I want to roll that way, right? So I want to then roll to the side where you sent the spy from. I want to roll my quarterback there. I don't want to completely get him out of the pocket, but. Does that make sense?
Does, yeah.
So that's kind of how I play. And that's my tips for scrambling, when to scramble. I scramble too soon, I'm with you. But
hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
It's not a bad idea.
Let's go.
You think you invented something?
What, have you thought of that? Have you thought of that?
All right, Sgibs labbing a blitz here. Let's see. You think you're pretty funny, huh? Think that's gonna work?
Yeah, that's diabolical. Wow. Go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other things you do? So there's other formations where I only really scramble out of 5 wide. I don't scramble much from gun bunch unless it's my 5th or 6th read. But when I do scramble, I think there's more value in looking to playmaker. I scramble to buy time and playmaker dudes. I don't scramble to just pick up yards, because you're really not going to pick up that many yards in the game this year.
Right.
So that's my thoughts.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you want to the question was how often do you wait in the pocket? How how long are you going to stay in the pocket for? That's the question, right? Like until your like meter goes off. For me, it's more about my routes. Like with this play, I would say I would want to stay in the pocket and be balanced
until they cross.
Or I'd be like, where am I on the field?
Right.
Like if the ball's on the left hash, I'm gonna be more apt to want to roll right because I'm not gonna have as much room to the AB route, Antonio Brown route. Or if I'm on the right hash, I would want to maybe roll left. But because this play has crossers deep, I want to kind of stay balanced.
Can you just pinch your line but not spy them? Or not contain them? Yeah, so obviously they're still going to get wide rushes. But like, so I got doubles there, so I know I can always scramble to a side that gets a double team rush even against a contain.
Right.
So even if you contain and I get a double team, I know I can roll to that side, and that's the other thing I like to do. So I didn't actually get a double there, but you didn't contain, so I know I can go to the edge. Now, obviously, we would want a faster quarterback, but those are some things to consider. Overall, I like to flow with the play. So, like, if I run gun split close, right, I only want to go when I know I don't have any more reads.
Yeah.
So here's how I know, right? So I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking when I would scramble on this play. So I would go flat, corner, no, spy. X route, nope, X route's not there, I'm going. So like X route is my last chance. If nothing happens after the X route, breaks across the middle of the field. So once again, I'm gonna look flat, corner, X route, scramble.
Okay.
Flat, corner, X route, go. So like I would go right there, and try and get out of the way. But if there's no reason to stay there, then don't stay there, if that makes sense.
Right.
You got any other notes you'd make?
No, I like the part you just liked, what you just said there. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like you want to, your scramble should be based off of your routes, I think.
Right.
And there's going to be like ad hoc stuff that you do, like random, like just
you
play
see
the
it,
game,
you go.
you see it, you feel it. I think positioning on the field is really important. Like don't try and, like if you're a righty quarterback, don't try and roll out left. In most cases, like right, and it's a feel thing. Like I think the way a lot of people play the game, like especially at a high level, is they do something like the following. They'll like, this is how they play, right? They blitz, and then the backside they drop out coverage on the backside, right? So what that ends up doing is that allows you to be able to escape out the right edge because they're willing to give you the right edge,
right,
to send pressure, and then that makes you roll right.
Correct.
Like that's what they want you to do. So like you need.
So what I would do here is, I would, like if this continually happened,
right,
I'd go like this. I'd be like flat, no, nothing, okay. And I would roll and like I would playmaker. So I would never look to scramble when I have a playmaker drag coming unless I'm going to like use it as a blocker. But that's the other thing you can do is you always want to think of like, you learn, because playmaker is always like your, sixth read on a play or fifth read on a play, and then scramble's your sixth.
Right.
So after you playmaker is another good time to do it. So those are my scramble thoughts. It's a little easier to scramble since the patch, and we're starting to get some quarterbacks in Ultimate Team, like a Tyrod Taylor out there that's, or not a Tyrod, well, the 88 Tyrod, but the Mariota that they released recently is pretty good for it. So Sgibs will not stop clicking the right stick and labbing his new little annoying thing, and I just pray that he doesn't do it for the rest of the time. Here we go.
I might do it against you tonight.
Does shading coverage inside or outside work? I rarely notice the difference, but what are some good situations to shade your coverage inside or outside? Do you ever utilize it?
Well, the way we used to use it back, always use it was with man-to-man and defending outs. I think this would be a good time to kind of test that, to see, kind of show you guys kind of what happens. So let's just run a play. You got an out on the outside. Let's see if you have one. Put Brown on an out. Smart route him.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything. We're going to examine it. Snapping the ball. You see where it gets pressed, and then he throws the out, and then you see the result. So we should go into this replay, just kind of like visually see what this looks like, and then we'll kind of take a look. So here it is again. You can see kind of how the defender is behaving. So now the question is, what happens if you do try and throw in a shade outside, shade inside, and then you want to. This is like how you test, because you want to see does it do anything, right? Does it change the way my defender plays? So first of all, you can see both times we did it. We got an outside chuck, to AB, so that's something to remember, something to note. But then he got beat on the stem as he cut to the sideline. So this time, just play like an outside coverage.
You're on D.
I'm on outside coverage. So you hit Y on the adjustment audible, and then you can see on the right stick, you can play over the top, underneath, and then inside, outside. So I'm going to play to the outside. I want him to play outside leverage. So snap of the ball.
Ooh, that's different.
Yeah, that was very different. And then you see he was in position to make a play. So it's a very small, like, subtle thing, but let's take a look and go back in instant replay. Let's see what happens. So here's instant replay. So first of all, he actually got outside leverage on the player. See how he turned his hips?
He made him go in.
He made him go in, and then
it almost made him lose worse on the cut, but it threw me off, so I threw it late.
But he recovered.
Yeah.
He recovered. And then he got into a position where he was able to make a play.
Right.
So now let me try playing inside leverage.
Okay.
Let's see what that does. So again, coverage audible Y, and then the right stick you can see play inside coverage. Let's see what happens. So he keeps on the inside. So inside seems to be, it's kind of stock inside coverage. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that go. It's stock inside coverage. But let's say again.
Let me do it against a slant. So let me slant AB, and then you try and play inside.
Inside leverage. Okay, sure. There you go.
So you play it inside.
Yep. Nope, he got beat.
He got beat.
But I think he got.
He was
beat
looking
press.
for the press.
I think he got a beat press.
Yeah, try it again.
Let's try it again. That might be just AB against him. Yeah. So here it is again. Nope.
He's straight toasted.
Time out a second. You hot rodded that guy?
Yeah. Let me see him inside.
Tie it again?
Because he should press him?
No. What's up with your slant?
To AB?
Why? Yeah, why has he got a dragon route?
I don't know.
That's a dragon route.
That is a dragon route. Coates? Is that a dragon route? So why don't you do it on Coates?
Wait.
Two different
How did
slants.
you get that? Did you smart route that? What'd you do? Run it. Just run it. I want to see his... put him on the slant again?
Maybe AB runs a super crispy.
Run it. You see how he had like a
Little voot. All right, let's flip it.
All right.
We'll flip it. Well, I guess this wouldn't.
We'll flip it and see what the theory is.
Flip it and see if it happens.
Let's see it.
Goofballs, Gibbs is not watching the chat, but I am because I'm a man of the people. Here we go.
Oh, okay. So inside... No, coach, put AB on a slant.
AB gets crispy slants.
Why does AB get crispy slants?
Because he has probably the highest route running in the game because he's nasty.
Okay, so inside leverage. Wait.
He's just going to get toasted.
All right, let me try it again.
Why don't you try it against Coates? Could be because of route running.
Okay, so inside leverage. Inside. I want to play. Tell the guys to play inside leverage. No.
He got rocked.
Let me tell them to play outside leverage.
Okay, tell him to play outside leverage.
Outside leverage.
Okay.
Go. No.
I mean, B still got toasted. He got toasted almost worse.
Coach got toasted.
So maybe on outs.
Let me try individually doing it.
Okay.
So coverage audible, individual B, and then only shade. I'm just shade left. Go to Coates. I shaded left. Put him on a slant.
To Coates.
Yeah. I shaded him inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Go. No.
He's just getting beat.
He's getting
That's
toasted.
Sherman too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's this formation. Cal Cruel, hit me up. zfarles at maddentips.com or maddenbible@gmail.com. So
Put Wheaton on a slant. I'm just curious at this point.
shade him
Why
inside
does Antonio Brown get that?
because he runs crispy routes.
All right. So the idea. Let's take a look at. I want to try another play.
I want to check Antonio Brown's route running before we do anything else today.
Really?
Because I will pick up an Antonio Brown
If he does that
today.
If he runs crispy routes.
He's 98 overall.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
93 speed, 98
Agility.
agility, 93
Lou?
excel,
97 to Lou.
route running,
98.
98. I mean, dude's got crispy.
So is it because he runs crispy routes he gets a dragon on it?
98 catching traffic, 97 spec.
96 beat press? Jeez.
He's good.
If he was 6'5", everybody would love him. But that doesn't even really matter anymore, right?
Height, I still think he's.
I like
he's
height.
good.
I think it gets you animation.
Could be low. I mean, 93 speed's
Give me
good.
give me gun punch. Give me gun punch. And first of all, make sure AB we can slant him.
Put him where do you want
just
him?
leave him Just leave him
You want
there.
him out wide?
Yeah, just leave him there. Call Z spot. Like, just Z spot.
How good do you think he is at running the Z spot?
I just want to just slant him for me real quick. Slant him.
Dragon. Be a dragon. He's a dragon. He's the one true dragon king.
Wait, why does he get dragon routes? Billy Wagner though.
Honus.
I know his name's Bobby, but all right.
Legit.
So now let me try this though. I'm gonna play inside coverage again. I just want to try it out and see what happens against the Z spot. So
Okay.
So let me do this because I want to reset the play.
So inside coverage against Antonio Brown's Z spot.
I'm not gonna call. I'm not gonna do anything. Just run the play. Go.
Okay.
Here it is. Run the play.
Whoa.
Go.
Antonio Brown feels different than anything I've ever experienced. He got toasted on purpose, though, I think.
Yeah. Well, no, right. But let me see now. Inside leverage. Go.
What was that?
Inside leverage. Ah, that was
He
very.
tried to do something.
That was very different. Let's run it regular again. Run
Okay.
it regular again. I'm not gonna do anything. Do nothing. Go. Then we'll go on instant replay. Is it better to run Z spot on the left side?
No, it's Antonio Brown. He has 99 everything.
Let me play outside leverage. Go.
Whoa. That was different.
Was it?
I
don't
don't know.
think it was different.
I don't know.
Flip it. Just flip the play. Flip it. Let's see if Ben Winter Coates does the same thing.
Dragon Coats.
Dragon Coates.
Against Richard Sherman.
Okay.
What did you do?
I didn't do
Nothing?
anything. Yeah, go.
He was on something right there. Richard
Yeah,
Sherman.
but Sherman recovered.
So
let me play-
put him inside.
Let me play inside coverage. Inside coverage. Inside coverage.
Good?
Yeah.
He did something.
Okay. The corner.
He got beat, but he did more, would you say, right?
Yeah.
Now shade him outside, see
Shade
what
him
happens?
outside. Let me shade outside. Shade outside. Put Brown on the slant. Just
Put Brown
Just
on the
entertain me.
slant.
That's it.
Free
Come
space
on.
the dragon. Ready?
Free dragon? You get a free dragon. Wow. Go.
Game changer.
He's like Khaleesi.
He got toasted, but he recovered.
Recovered.
So it does do something against man. It's not as drastic as it was. It used to like.
And then, whoa, Mike Tomlin's on the sideline going ham.
That's what he does, though. He gets hyped.
Can we, as a community, like look into this Antonio Brown thing, getting dragons? Like, is it an Antonio Brown thing, or is it a guy with 98 route running thing? 98 running, you get a dragon route. Put him on a drag. Is that different?
I don't think so. I'm gonna get an Antonio Brown like tonight.
Yeah.
He should have got a team of the week after week 1. He had a dope game.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's take a
Wait,
look.
someone's saying to watch the corner.
Watch the corner.
What? Okay, I'm watching the corner. Play
Okay.
outside coverage. Yeah.
All right, so outside coverage, play the corner.
Yeah, outside coverage.
Ooh.
No, that wasn't.
No, he like stood there though.
No, you're looking at that was the
I know.
flat guy.
I know.
All right, let's not do anything to the corner. Let's do nothing. Go. Okay.
Kind of different.
I didn't do anything. Now let me play inside leverage.
Okay, play inside.
Inside.
Dapper. So we got Dapper's eyes in the chat.
Inside. Okay, inside leverage. Oh!
Much different.
You don't want to play in. That was very different.
Yeah.
So on corners, it looks like they're already in outside leverage here. Correct? Because, watch. Outside leverage. Watch. See how he's outside? He's outside. He's outside. He did a great job containing.
Much better.
Now watch.
That's a
now watch. I'm
linebacker.
not gonna do
Who
anything.
was that?
Watch. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Go. See how he's in the same. So
yeah.
the corner he played outside leverage.
Maybe it's this formation. Try it one more time here.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Outside leverage.
So, all right.
I don't know. I think by default it wants to play outside leverage. Cover 2 man is outside leverage. It is. Because it pushes a defender out wide to go to the deep safety help. Cover 2 man with
All right.
outside leverage.
Do you feel anything about zone coverage?
Underneath, no. Some people say some people swear by it, and it's a thing you gotta try. Like, I go by I jump into a play, like in practice, and I do this thing where I try to visually see, do I see something happening? If I don't see something happening, then I tend to be like, I don't really see, like, is anything really happening?
Sgibs has never seen a UFO. All right.
Yeah. Have I? What if I have?
What if you have?
I don't know.
All right, next mailbag question. This one is, what's a good scheme from gun normal halfback week in Denver? He's looking to combine those two formations for a solid schemes from Mighty Pharaoh. What's a good scheme from gun normal, gun halfback week in Denver? Let's see if we have anything
Are you in Denver?
like that. I am not. But would you say gun doubles is similar to gun normal?
They have a very unique normal gun
Gotcha.
doubles week.
Do you do anything specific from it?
There's plays that, okay, stop, go back up. There's plays a lot like X under. So this is the example. So call X under. This is the best we can do with this playbook not being in it. But here's the idea. This is an old school Madden offense right here. Streak the left slot. So this is what you got. You got 3 verticals. You got a swing to Williams, and you got a 1 underneath drag. So what you have in Denver is you have this type of concept here, and then it's reversed. So then you have the left 3 guys running verticals, and then you have another guy running a drag. And then there's like slight variations of everything. So you have this same play, but then your tight ends running a corner. So they're all like very same like understanding, but you'll be surprised at how good this actually works. Like a
Dude, these gun doubles formations are super tough. You have inside zone, you have sail with corners, you have PA doubles in most of them. Like this just balance right here that you have is super tough. But I like this little play right here.
So streak Wheaton and watch. You'll see that the dragon gets open. Like he'll get open as he comes over. Like you see how the vertical. That's the whole point of the verticals. The verticals pull everything deep. And so then you're getting to the idea of like, well, what happens if you just use the drag, man? So okay, streak the slot, and then I'm gonna use the drag. Like okay, cool. You use the drag. He's coming, and then you leave that wide open.
Right.
That's the whole idea. Like this is stretching the defense. I'll play cover 2, Gibbs. All right, I'll play cover 2, man. Like here's cover 2. Go ahead.
No dragging on Coates.
Drag, slant around.
No dragon for Coates.
Brown. Dragon!
Yeah.
You see it, right?
Oh, fear it. I fear the dragon, bro.
You see how his depth was a little off?
Yeah. You can get Marvin Harrison to have 95 route running on chemistry, according to the chat.
Wow.
It's not as high as AB, but we should check 95 guy.
That's crazy.
See if he gets dragons.
Yeah.
Those are some plays you could try from Denver. But yeah, that is a good formation. It goes along with the rest of the Denver scheme we've already put out on earlier TWIM shows, so you can search for that if you're interested. But yeah, Denver playbook, very good playbook. Let's jump into another question, a lightning round question, Gibbs. 3rd and 7, what do you call? Situational, first quarter, before the half, trailing in the third quarter, 2-minute offense. Would you switch the play call or keep the same play? 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, I'm always going to give myself some type of option to go downfield.
Yep.
So I'm going to call some type of play with a post. Some type of post, because those are the best options, in my opinion, to get you downfield. Or, like, I really like corner strike a lot. I think corner strike, I'll get into that shortly, but I think that you always need to give yourself a route on 3rd and 7, 4th and 7, that's going to stretch vertically. Like, you don't want to have 5 drags or, like flat routes are like a symptom. Like you need a flat route to do certain things to then open up other routes, right? So like you don't want to have too many flat routes on a 3rd and 7. Like just make sure you give yourself the ability to like make that user play downfield. Like the biggest mistake you could have is just not have a route smart routed to get you the first down.
Right.
So I would probably run Z spot. I'd run the PA play from gun bunch.
To me, like 3rd and 7 is very distinct. Like 3rd and 7, I need something from. So I may stay like early in the game. I may stay in gun split close because the flat route will still give you 7 in halfback wheel.
Halfback wheel, Jay.
If I probably won't run the ball, but you could always run and get to 4th and 2 and go for it. If it's early enough in the game, I would do that later in the game. As you get into like your passing flow, like Gibbs said, if it's 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 12 and more, it doesn't really matter. You know you need to get the yards. You go with that deep post route, from Z spot. But like 3rd and 7, you can smart route stuff. You could hitch the slant. And the one thing I like that you ask for like different situations and understanding like, are you going to run one thing the whole time? Are you going to change things? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? The question you didn't ask is like, what is the defense in? And so, because if it's a 2-minute offense, I don't really care that it's 3rd and 7. I'm just trying to get clock down. But it depends. Like I might smart route a hitch. If it's 3rd and 7, I consider it like super situational, and I try and like do little tactics. There's tactics to get you 3rd and 7. You have 3 tactics in your playbook to get you 3 3rd and 7s. 1, smart route hitch against man. 2, that flat route where you pull everything from Z-spot or whatever, or from like gun split close. And then you have, an out route. You can always get 1 out route on 3rd and 7. You might be able to get 1 3rd and 7 that you use screen pass. You might be able to get 1 3rd and 7 where you call this, they back off, and then you hit the flat, and like you can get,
falls forward.
Maybe you can get 5 there. Maybe that's your 3rd and 5 play. But I like to have specific tactic things that I can use in any playbook that get me situational pickups. Bago Yi. So a dragon route is basically, there's these routes in the game that I call them dragon routes because they're half drag,
half in,
and half in. So let's show you why a dragon route is a dragon route.
You got it in that gun normal. Got the gun normal. Remember?
Gun normal had one.
It's that play, the Broncos play. X under. Doesn't look like it's a drag route, but
it is. Ready? So if I call this play, it's a dragon route on the left.
X.
If I call it drag, he's going to get pressed. So he gets pressed when you drag him. And if I call an in, that's good. But an in won't get pressed, but it requires route running. So Coates' route running is going to factor in against Sheed's man coverage. Mm-hmm. And that I may want that, I may not want that. Depending on Antonio Brown versus Sheed, yes. But Antonio Brown versus Sherman, I prefer not to. Dragon routes don't get pressed. That's where the in comes from. And then they don't require route running, that I can tell, because they don't really have a cut. They don't have a sharp cut. So you get the best of an in, and then you're going to burn your defender. So they beat man really well. They get good depth. They mostly don't get pressed, and that's why I love dragon routes.
And it's not spelled drag like drag on. It's drag in routes.
Drag in routes. So those are pretty good to try out.
Antonio Brown, father of dragon routes.
Yeah. But so why we're calling AB's route a dragon route is because like the slant on the left, see how there's like the sharp cut that takes place?
See this sharp cut? Right, like right here. There's sharp cut like
Antonio's
right there.
Brown slant's like rounded.
See how he's got a rounded slant? Like, well, no, show it. Oh, hold on. Oh. I'll show you. We can show you what it literally why it's dragon. It's not as rounded as like a true dragon. Like, show the dragon out real quick. Just reset the play. Reset it. All right, so see, this is the true dragon route. Like, see how it's like goes vertical and then it kind of slants and then it like
looks like it's gonna be like a stop sign. Looks like it's like part of an octagon.
Yeah. It rounds off. So then if you go over here, look at Antonio Brown. He has it as well, but it's not as severe. But that little extra jig in there, good stuff.
We have a live report in the chat right now from Poe Mace. He's reporting that Larry Fitzdragon has 97 route running.
Wait.
And is getting dragon slants.
These guys are getting dragon slants.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Well, here's the thing. He got pressed.
True.
So it's not. Maybe it's not truly a dragon route. It may go again. Put him on a dragon.
And then the halfbacks can get dragon routes. There's some corner routes that have dragon style.
He's not really getting pressed.
He toasts it.
Yeah, he's not getting pressed.
Yeah, he toasts it. So that's what we'll do. But you got to keep an eye out for later in the year.
Is it 95? Can someone go test 95, 96 route running?
I bet it's 96. That was my jam last year. Was 96 route running not my jam last year?
I don't know.
It was my jam. People know that.
Oh, yeah?
People that are man of the people?
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's talk about this. What is the best way to stop deep bombs, Gibbs? A lot of players are using J.J. Nelson and other receivers with 95 speed and bombing it every offensive possession and beating my corners. What's the best way to defend this? I continually try to play over the top and back up corners, but nothing works consistently.
Having a cover 2 man is your first start. Cover 2 man is usually the first answer to a lot of your defensive problems.
Yeah.
Because you have to have specific knowledge in order to beat cover 2 man.
Yeah.
You have to have the specific knowledge of the specific plays and routes to call to beat man, because otherwise
A dragon route.
Otherwise, your defender's just gonna latch onto the guy and never let go. So, like for example, like if you run this play and you ran 4 verticals every time, and you're like, 4 verticals is always great against the zones, but I run 4 verticals against man, I have no success. Like, it's because you're running a defeated offensive concept versus a defensive concept.
Right.
So, you could run pretty much any play against the zone defense and find a hole, right? Against man, you got to have a specific play, specific route, specific way to attack it. So, I usually like to say, go to man. If you can't solve someone and what they're doing, go to man. You're going to probably have a better chance of doing it.
Right.
I think that's kind of like the first part of like the answer to that question. Like, how do you stop downfield speed guys? Cover 2 man, number 1, because you're going to have a guy on him, he's going to press, slow him down, and you got 2 deep safeties over the top.
Right. And I'll say that, yeah, I'm not going to bomb it deep against 2-man under. Even with a big speed mismatch, because you might get by Sherman with AB, but the safety is, even Cam Chancellor doesn't really have much wheels.
Right. Talking dog.
I mean, you're not going to beat him over the top for a touchdown. But now if you're in cover 3 like you were earlier,
Trouble.
where I just ran by you, Sherman here, he's kind of backed off far enough. But, yeah, you can get beat deep over the top. Obviously, we threw it back to the middle of the field. So, I recommend don't give up. Try not to give up more than 3 speed advantage on the outside. So, like, if we look over here, we see that Antonio Brown. We can only see it in game, but the matchup stick will tell you.
I don't think you can do 3 man. I think you can do 2 at most.
2 speed?
2 speed is like the threshold.
Because like Brandon Cooks, people are going to get him, and they're just going to go deep.
I know, but I'm like, the difference between 3 speed is 87 speed and 90, and 90 speed is going to toast the 87 like long term.
Yeah.
So like you got to be at least 82. I mean, at least 88 against 90. Like, I think that's a good threshold. Like, always try and be within 2 speed of every receiver.
Right. And just protect yourself on the outside as much as you can. Like, that's why I don't put certain players out there. Mel Blount, Richard Sherman.
Why Mel Blount? Mel Blount's got 91 speed. His agility's low.
Is it 91?
Yeah, it's 91 speed. His agility's low. He's got 87 agility. You keep chirping that about him. He's 6'3" and he's got good speed and good hit power.
He's not my outside guy.
Right.
I don't put guys with big hit power outside where they never tackle.
Are you in the Steelers playbook?
You're like Deion Sanders. You're
Steelers playbook?
prima donna.
Steelers playbook?
You have a lot of talent,
Steelers
but
playbook?
you're too flashy.
You are Steelers.
You don't get in there, you don't tackle.
What?
Mel Blount, he's a big hitter, comes inside. He's another linebacker for the squad. Derek Brooks, 2.0.
Okay. Who's your other corners?
Patrick Peterson, Champion Bailey.
Pat Pete?
Pat Pete is fire.
No. Disagree. Sam Madison.
I would like Sam Madison, but I don't have him because I don't have every player in Ultimate Team because I'm a man of the people. Next question. What's your question?
I was going to show a good little, like an effective way to play the game.
Sure. Go for it.
Hippie. Go to gun. Gun.
Okay.
Left. Now, trips halfback week.
Trips halfback week. Gun trips halfback week. What do you got?
Go down. Corner strike. A very simple way, and I kind of came across this just from running that 49ers stuff. Like, it's a very effective way to attack your opponent. So, like, here you go. You go to like match. Like, if you get match in this instance, like, what you're gonna find here is just like go to. So here's the cover 3 match. So you look at your play art. I like to slant Hayward Bay here. Or you could streak him, like if you think it's cover 3 and go for like the deep play, like you should be your fast
the
guy.
Big boy.
You want to slant
like
RB. You want to slant RB.
I like that though.
You want to leave Wheaton on the flat.
I like that though.
It's a good route. Yeah. That just gives you a quick option over the middle of the field, but you're looking to go to either flat. Like, so you have to make the read. Like, you primarily want to go to Bell. Like, is Bell get open? Okay, then throw the corner. Like, that's a bad read by you.
You dropped the guy down at the flat.
I didn't do anything. It's cover 3 match.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. So, right. So here, then you would throw a left trigger pass to Brown.
You would.
So left trigger pass to Brown. I mean, it's just like this concept. I think is probably the easiest way for people to like start having success playing the game. Like on the right side, it's going to be a little bit different. It's on the right side. It's going to be you're going to see that he's going to drop to the hook, and it's all about where he is on the field. Like you could throw the flat. you probably possession that and like you hang on to it and it kind of feel a little bit. But so now if I were to go to like a cover 3, like a cover 3 curl flat in this instance, you can see snap of the ball. He's gonna drift and then you throw underneath again.
Right.
So you just have this cat and mouse game. Like you're literally taking what they give you. So like if I play this, I'm cover 2. Like go ahead, snap of the ball. Like you gotta throw it to him. Good job. That's a good read. A lot of people don't want to throw that, but you gotta throw it. It's gonna get you 5, 6, 7 yards, right? If I play 2-man under, right?
Corner route all day.
Go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Pass lead, L trigger. Throw
Corner.
it a little earlier than I want.
That's right. But you see, like there's always an answer offensively to what your opponent does. So even if you were to play even if I were to play something like this, like Mabel, right? This is Mabel. Well, Mabel, the weakness of Mabel is the middle of the field. So you got the slant. Like, okay, you win that. You're gonna win that matchup eventually. Or if you recognize they're in Mabel, what I would say to do is put Wheaton on a drag and Hayward Bay on a slant, and now I got 2 hooks.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
But the idea now you run double crossers, so then you base everything around corner strike and then go to your quick audible left. All right, now streak Wheaton, slant Brown, and then block Bell.
Dragon Brown.
Yeah, and so then he's got the dragon. So then here it is, right? You got the cover 3. Now snap of the ball, like you're going to be able to potentially get a Kobe to beat.
To B?
Yeah, snap of the ball. You roll out a little bit to the left if you can. You get time in the pocket. You get time in the poly pocket, and you deliver a strike.
Dotopotamus.
So it's all predicated based off of those simple reads from corner strike. And it doesn't matter what play they're in. If you make the right read, like the routes on this play, just that setup there, you can beat any defense in the game. Any defense in the game. Now, your savvy opponent can mess you up.
Yeah.
But theoretically, if you make the right read, no matter what defense you face, that play has a way to attack it. Every play, every defense in the game.
I like it.
It's awesome. It was one of the best base plays in the game. Corner strike, one of the best base plays in the game.
Great base play.
And then you mix the halfback quick base.
Hey guys, you'll find corner strike in almost every book in some formation. Like, dude, I played a guy the other day who was running single back ace corner strike with just like 2 other plays mixed in. It was like, like the first 3 quarters, he was moving the ball. Eventually, I just got to stop it. It was annoying.
It's important to note that the route to Bell is kind of what makes the whole thing work. Like the flat route to Wheaton is definitely not as good because like you're not going to get as many chunk yards. But right there, like you would throw that to X on that side, or you would throw it to the flat on the right side. Like the other thing you can do, what's great about corner strike, is if you have a playmaker, Julio Jones.
Yep.
What do you do here? You put playmaker.
Put him on your drag.
You put Julio Jones as an RB drag.
Yeah.
Or a slant, and then when you playmaker, he's going to go up the middle of the field as a seam buster.
Right there.
Right.
Bam.
He'll cut right away.
Right away.
So start getting the next level of thinking of, okay, how am I using some of these chemistry abilities, and go from there.
Nice. Good offensive formation
corner
right there.
Strike, I could see you being a monster with corner strike.
I used to be a corner strike guy.
It's like your curl flat, it's like your flat and outs.
That's the gun trips halfback weak, so that was
just about every play.
PA wide receiver in and then corner strike.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything like that you'll find in a lot. And the key routes there is the halfback coming out of the backfield. So it's a good route. So let's jump into the mailbag. We're going to go rapid fire here because we got to get into the game of the week. Who is taking on Gibbs? You up for the challenge?
I'd play you. I'd like to play you.
You want to play? Of course you want to play me.
You keep chirping.
But the champ doesn't bring the belt to Monday Night Raw every single week.
It's not Monday Night Raw. It's Wednesday.
It's
Wednesday.
Massacre City.
It's Wednesday.
Who wouldn't want to play me? I get it. Like, who you want the belt? I get it. Next question. Top 5 CBs under 100K. I don't have the Sherman or the Blount. Who would you recommend for your corners from Row Boss? For under 100K, I mean, I'll get you 5 CBs. I'll get you a Darius Slay, not the new one, but the old one should have dropped in price a little bit. Malcolm Butler, Delvin Breaux. I know you got to do the sets and maybe you can't get those guys anymore, but the new 86 Jonathan Joseph is good. Are you trying to play man? You trying to play zone?
I think
the old Sam Shields was good.
There was a lot of value in those corners.
Janoris Jenkins.
There was.
Yeah. There's a new Janoris Jenkins and a Jonathan Joseph and a Brent Grimes that aren't that bad. At 86, you could get those. You should be able to
Stephon Gilmore.
put together.
There's a Vontae Davis gold that's pretty good.
Darby's good. You got to determine man zone, and then you got to search based on that. But I would say 89 speed, 88 speed. You should be able to get into an 88 speed, 85 either man or zone guy. Depending on what you want, for less than 100, for 100 stacks for all 3 or 4 of them that you're going to pick up. You know, I would say, yeah, Pat Pete, I like him a lot, but then you're spending $90K, and I think you can get a lot of the same value. All right, let's go through. Gibbs, what is Madden 17's America's offense? What have you faced the most online or in a tournament? Like, what do you expect people to run? Like, what do you see? I think we thought it was going to be the Eagles playbook with the near stuff, but...
I mean, I've seen a lot less I-form twin tight end.
Since the patch, right?
Yeah, I mean, gun bunch.
Yeah.
Gun bunch.
I've seen a lot of gun snugs from people.
Gun snugs, yeah. I think,
and I've seen some tight doubles on. Like, when I play somebody who's, like, pretty good...
I'll tell you what. You want to see a tough play?
Yeah.
Pivot fork. I just started running this the other day. Pivot fork. So I'm always looking for posts because they're great users, right? So drag Antonio Brown.
Okay.
You got to drag him out to Wheaton, but slant Wheaton.
Okay.
Motion him left.
Okay.
And then snap it before he sets.
Where am I looking?
Just you got the crossers, and then you got the deep post for a user, and so you can throw the corner, and because there's like no defender over there immediately, they drift. So then you can throw the corner, you can throw the drag, you can throw the slant, and then you got the special post over the middle of the field that you can use or catch.
Ah.
So watch the post.
The B, huh?
Yeah, here he comes. It's crossed.
I like that. I got
wait
it a
on
little
him.
Higher, yeah, but
you wait on him, and then you throw.
So you throw it like the Z spot, or you throw it like a deep ball thing?
It's like a halfback wheel. You throw it like halfback wheel. Lead him to the left. You got a motion X, but that's all right.
Every time?
Yes. Yeah, that's how you aggressive catch it, not.
So aggressive catch.
Like you should be throwing it like this.
Okay. Offsides, classic Gribs.
Farles doesn't get the ball in time. Classic.
You were offside, so I had a free play, so I tried to go downfield.
Oh, okay, Aaron Rodgers.
You wish.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's just another long developing route that Sgibs has given us and tried to, sell in that you use in a game. Execution-wise, great theory to throw down field to B, but can you get the time? Can you get the patience?
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Who doesn't like that?
It's a good route.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do 100 before bed.
Band name.
All right.
But then you got wide receiver cross on this. Quick base. You got a lot of good plays.
So what do you think people are going to run? Gun bunch?
Gun bunch.
Gun bunch, gun tight doubles
twins,
on.
Gun ace twins, inside zones. People are going to run jumbo pair. They're going to run I-form twin tight end. They're going to run single back deuce close.
Slim Joe Jimmo likes this one.
Any unique formation, that's what you're going to find. Like something that's like not like gun doubles. Yeah, it's good. I think
it's good in draft champs.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be better like in a draft champions because it's like more. You're gonna find it more playbooks, but any variety of like a compressed set, I would say focus on that. That's where people tend to gravitate.
Okay. Next question.
Mailbag.
This one is from. Who knows? We'll just read the question. I actually do know, but J.M. Louis, do you run the ball even if the box is red?
Yeah. If I need to run the ball, yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I don't take a ton of stock into the green versus red. I do take stock into like how many defenders are in the box, and generally the green or red agrees with my brain. But there's stretch runs where it looks exactly the same to me, and one side's green, one side's red. I generally still run it to the red, and I generally still have success. Like it's a good test of like, okay, what do I see here? Oh, I bet the left is red, and then I look.
Left's red right there just because it's overloaded.
Right, and then I look, and I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. Don't freak out if it's red, and if you sense it's good, it's good. Just, and you don't always want to run it when it's red, but don't freak out if you think you have.
Count the defenders in the box before you look at the colors.
Yeah. Most effective post-patch running back move, Gribs?
Truck.
The truck move?
Still truck.
Still the
stiff.
truck?
Still truck, stiff arm. Hurdle. Hurdle's really good when you can pull it off. It's fun too.
The hurdle
but don't actually hurdle. Don't do that. Truck and stiff.
How do you realign your zones when making defensive adjustments, making your zones fit the field? Hard flats, curl flats, hook zones, 3 receiver zones?
I don't really follow the question. Say it again.
How do you realign your zones when making defensive adjustments? They should auto.
Yeah, they don't. We don't do that anymore. Like it doesn't. We don't have to do that.
We don't
by,
double
baseline anymore.
Yeah, we don't double baseline anymore.
It just does it for you.
Best defense to slow down 4 wide receiver sets. He's able to stop 3 wide receiver sets, but when they go to 4 and 5 wide, he can't stop anything.
I think it's probably more in your head. I would say that going to 5 wide, you
worry way less about the run. Worry way less about the run and cover the edges of the field better in 4 wide.
Yeah.
But don't overthink it. Like, well, I drop way more guys against 4 and 5 wide because they can't really run the ball dangerously unless it's like a halfback base. But I generally pass him and I generally play over the top against 4 or 5 wide.
Well, I want him to get out of this mindset that like
when it says 4 receivers on the screen, I'm in trouble.
That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
It's less about like the personnel. Like it's like he's not going to 4 wide and his 4th wide receiver is like that much better than your 4th corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just generally not the case. It's usually like going 3 wide to 4 wide. Like you're going to generally run into the same things. Now when you get into 5 wide, it's like schematically like the routes on the field are very different. You're now defending 5 vertical options, where typically you're only facing 4 because halfbacks don't typically run vertical options. So that's where I would say like 5 wide, you have some justice, like, or you have like your brain is right about like, oh, when they play 5 wide, I have a more difficult time defending.
Yeah, it's probably the play they're calling. Like when they're in a 3-1-1, they're doing something, and then when they're going to go to 4 wide, they're going to run a different play, different concept, different. It's not like they call the play wide receiver cross from 3-1-1, and then they call the play wide receiver cross from 4 receivers, 1 halfback, and you can't stop it.
Yeah,
it's not it's not 1-to-1. Next question from Herbie. How to beat the 4-4 cover 2 invert. I run the Browns on offense. I faced a guy that ran 4-4 cover 2 invert the whole game, and I struggled mightily.
Make him respect the run, and then you'll beat him deep.
But the 4-4 cover 2 invert is a good run defense already.
But you can run the ball. Make him respect the run, and then hit him with a play action to the streak tight end. You'll get him every time. You'll get him.
Play action to a streak tight end?
Because if you're making
which formation?
Just go like single back. Go single back. I don't care. I form. Sure. Like you need to be able to.
So you're saying pound the stretch.
Yeah, you need to make them like overcommit to stop the run, and trust me, people will because the run's been difficult to stop this year. So you get something like this, right?
So
like,
they're in 4-4.
Let's just do this. Like let's just 4-4. This is kind of 4-4, right?
Right.
You're here. And once I overcommit to like try and stop the run, that's where you hit me with play action, just a streak to one of the tight ends.
I know, but they run deep. It's much harder than you think.
I mean, if you run the ball really well, it won't be. Like you have to respect that, and then you get there, then throw it to him.
You just need that once.
You just need that one time.
I will say I did face. I faced this defense. I have a recent game on my channel against Jericho. He started the game in 4-4 cover 2 invert. He was spreading his defensive line, so I was able to run up the middle for like a decent amount of yards.
Mm-hmm.
And then ultimately they audibled out of that defense on 3rd down because you don't want to be that in a true passing game. But if you're in the Browns offense,
don't snap it. So don't forget too. What you're gonna find, like a lot of the best players, they do this. They're gonna use this guy here, and the player's gonna show you that's cover 2 invert, right? So you're immediately thinking, oh my god, they got all these guys. I should go over the middle of the field. Well, like I get what you're saying. Like you can't. It's not as easy to just attack the deep middle part of the field.
Well, the guys run
they're
like
gonna
pretty
go
far.
They're gonna go there.
Right.
But you want like
corner strike could work too.
Corner strike is gonna work against everything.
Well, I'm saying the hooks go to the middle.
Right.
Like they're not regular hooks. Like call cover 2 man.
They're both vert.
But like look at the way the zones are almost opposite. Like those guys are going out to the thing, and those guys are going in.
No, they're literally going to the same spot. Literally, look, it's right here where.
I know, but it's where they go.
It's literally the same spot.
Watch this though.
I get what you're saying.
See how it's the way they're shading their butt. Like right there, you get a hip turn that you don't get.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah, they're positioning. Yeah.
So. Yeah, but the other thing is, if you're in the Browns, go 5 wide, go to the wide receiver fork. Like, just get them out of the 4-4. And if you go 5 wide against cover 2 invert, like you're going to hit the flats, you're going to hit, you know, potential deep ball downfield. You're going to have the middle, the deep middle to the A route. I think you can spread them out. Hopefully they'll get out of that defense for you. I always accidentally...
Don't throw bullets.
Yeah. All right, next mailbag question. Should you use the sprint button while using on defense?
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
And I'm a better user than you, so you should use it. Vote for Farles, 2016. From Zack Attack. What do you think?
I think when you use sprint, you don't get as many animations. I think there's a time when you want to use it, but when you're just underneath here, don't. You're more agile without the sprint, I think.
Okay.
I think you can like car turn and turn more without sprint, like in the short area of the field. And then when you if you use sprint right from the get-go, I think you're in trouble. Like to like add like what I find is like I get in trouble and I can't quickly go where I want to go. So that's where I like no sprint just in the beginning. But that's worth, you know, if you get feedback from RG and RG's like, nah, just use sprint.
Yeah.
Then you
I do sprint. Obviously there's times where I'm strafing and I'm underneath. Yeah, I guess I don't. But like if I have to run full pace, yeah, you should.
If you're gonna run backwards, yeah you should.
This guy uses Carson Palmer Big Ben as his quarterback, DMC 20 Oak. What's the best offensive playbook, KC or Arizona? I did an Arizona gameplay last night, so that'll eventually be up on YouTube.
I think Big Ben and
Doesn't matter.
I don't think it
doesn't matter. If you want to run the ball, you can definitely go.
Do it with any playbook, really.
Yeah.
But like you can do it with any personnel. Like you're gonna be better with certain guys, but like don't buy into the ideology of like, oh, I play with the Patriots, I have to air the ball out every play.
Right.
Like you don't have to do that.
I use this quarterback. I mean, Big Ben's going to be good in either scheme.
Big Ben's gonna deliver the ball.
Do you personally probably like the Chiefs? I probably like the Cardinals. Yeah. I like split close. Gibbs doesn't like split close.
I like split close.
You don't need it in your playbook because you run gun bunch more as your base.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's totally up to you. Do you? I would say give. Steelers and Cardinals are pretty similar too, so maybe give one of those two a shot.
Steelers is good ball.
But if you really want to pound under center, then you got to go Chiefs. But I'd say it's a little less effective since the patch. Still very good though.
Chiefs probably the best under center, best. Chiefs is a great book.
Yeah, it's the best running playbook in the game, I would say.
Great book.
All right, a few more to go here. What is cover 9? Seen it in a couple playbooks. Wonder what it is. Any idea? I'm sure it's probably cover 6 and cover
6, cover 3. I would actually have to just look that up.
Yeah.
We'll
think find the play. We'll break that down next week. How do you stop corner strike, corner post combos, fork type plays?
They're tough.
At times, when I've been playing Mud head-to-head online, I've been having issues stopping corner strike.
Soft squat.
That has the halfback table route with the 2 C routes. I tried putting different types of purple zones and shading, but my defense against corner strike and fork type plays has been super inconsistent. How do you stop the corner strike and deep corner fork type plays?
Yeah, it's really tough. I think soft squat. Do we have a soft squat? What is it? Cover 2 sync? Yeah. Go back to gun wide trips open. I think soft squat's going to give you the best shot. Yeah, and soft squat, you go to quarter strike. Soft squat will also give you the best shot at defending those like Z-spot routes. So let's take a look at you. Because soft squat's going to play kind of best of both worlds. So run it here. Like, he gives you that, but like it's yeah,
it's long enough you're uncertain.
He attacked it harder than he did like the curl. Right. See how he stays on it, that's. You got to be crisp with your read.
Right.
I think that's what the key is here. So, go again. You can't throw. If you try throwing the flat because it looks like the flat's going to be open.
Right.
Try throwing the flat.
It does. It looks like he's going to be open right now, but then it's.
That's why I think it's good to run. Mix it in.
And then I would say you should drop the linebacker into a purple. If that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's going to go, and then it's going to be open, but then he goes. So
that's pretty good. So now it's like you're playing an inverted Mabel.
Yeah.
Right? It's like an inverted Mabel. I like that, and then do this, because then now you have the buzz. You got your other hook over the middle of the field. You're giving up the flat on the right. See, you'll get depth. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes time.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough place to stop.
So give that a shot. What's the best defense to lock down shotgun tight, specifically wide receiver cross? Verticals.
This is a great question, and one of the best players that's ever existed. Problem Eric Problem, his ideology, his philosophy when playing against gun-tight sets, I'm not sure if it carries over to Madden 17, but the way he's always played and felt in years past was play an aggressive cover 2 style blitzing defense from it, like a Send 6 style defense, because you have the flats that do they'll play a quick pass to the flat, but then they'll also get depth if you play over the top, so that you could stop a corner. And the way compressed sets want to attack you is they want to attack you to the sideline. It's creating space so they can go to the sideline, and that takes a lot of time to develop, where if you send a lot of pressure, it's going to cut those routes off, so you can't get it off in time. So I always remember that. I always try to remember that. That's probably a good starting point. The best player in the world, that's what he's always done. Let's go from there.
All right, use that. Time to dive into the game of the week right now. Gibbs, do you want to do a corner strike challenge? Do you want to?
I'll play corner strike.
What do you want to do? You want to play defense? I play offense. You want to play offense? I play defense.
I did the game last week and I won.
You got a 1.
I'll do it again. I'll do the corner strike challenge.
Only call corner strike.
But I can make hot routes to it. I can make it any hot routes I want. Can I only call the corner strike formation? Because that's the real corner strike challenge.
Yes. But on every first down, you got to call corner strike.
Sure. Or run the ball.
Or call any other play. Or audible to a different formation.
Yeah.
Or
all right, what's the challenge?
You can only. Do you want to use that specific formation?
That's the one I want to use.
You think you can win a game with that? That's the best corner strike in your opinion?
Yeah,
you can call any.
I think the best corner strike is the one from.
Okay, here's the challenge.
Yeah.
You want to call that?
I want to call that Steelers one, yeah.
So you want the Steelers playbook?
Yeah.
All right, so I will let you call that any play from that formation.
Okay.
Or any other corner strike in their playbook. But
No.
that's it.
I'll stay in that formation.
You will not pass go. You will not collect $200.
I'll stay in that formation the entire game.
Okay.
Steelers.
Steelers O.
Yeah.
And on defense, you have to player lock.
Right. All right. Player lock?
Yeah.
Sure. Fine, if I have to. That's kind of funny.
I like it.
I'm up for a challenge. Are you?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let's see it.
This is what we should do. You know what's a good idea? You always, if I keep winning, you keep giving me new challenges.
Yes.
And then when I lose, you take over.
Yes.
And then when you lose, I take over.
Yes.
Except they'll never lose.
Usually not. Correct. You're right. I got a good squad for you.
You do?
Yeah. But not, I don't have everybody.
Your offensive line is perfect.
No, it's not. It's trash. Levitre, I don't have every guy like you do, but
Did you set the playbook?
yeah.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Can you get these mice out of here?
No.
These mice are the bane of my existence. I go to sleep at night and I have nightmares of them. They're what give me I have 20% of the desk, and then they're what give me 10% of the desk.
I don't know how to help you. Does anybody have any other questions? Burgundy's Musk wants to know, when using a middle linebacker, do you just hold the ball hawk at the snap? You can. I don't think you should, though. I think you should continue. I think you should wait a little bit, just because I feel like the closer you hit it, the better.
Yeah.
There's also, I believe, I have an opinion, some guy threw the ball at me the other day, downfield one-on-one, and I was holding ball hawk, and because I was holding ball hawk, I followed the receiver. I noticed later in the game when I was on Pat Pete, I didn't hold ball hawk right away. Mm-hmm. I like to wait and hold. I've been saying this. Mm-hmm. Hold the Y button, which is ball hawk, as late as possible, because I believe, as a man of the people,
Yep.
ask not what ball hawk can do for you, but what you can do for ball hawk, Madden players of America. What can you do for ball hawk? Can you get it into better position than ball hawk can get you? Yes. Reach out to your fellow man. Get your user defender straight into position. Hold that Y button only when you know you have reached the best position you could possibly be. Mm-hmm. And then reach up and catch that ball. Some people nowadays
You done?
They want to be ball hawked 4. They don't want user
You gotta
picks.
get the mice out of here.
They don't want user picks. They don't want. They just want to hold it from the snap. They want a handout. That's not what ball hawk's about. You are better than ball hawk. You don't need ball hawk. Some people need ball hawk,
Do I have?
but not everybody needs ball
What
hawk.
are my roles in defense?
Just got a player lock. So click the right stick, maybe. Click the left stick. Go up, up. On the D-pad. Down, down. Somewhere. Already failed the challenge. Classic Sgibs.
Oh, that dude's so good.
Yeah, you didn't click on. You didn't wait to hold pressure. Yeah, you didn't wait. You didn't get your guy in the best possible position. You're one of those people, Sgibs. You're one of those people. Me? I get in there. I wait. Also failed the challenge again.
I don't know how to
And
do
then
it.
I hold ball hawk
don't
at
know
the
how
last second, and I just get the nice catch that I want. Because I'm going to get my guy in better position than he can get himself in, if that makes sense. So that's why I won't hold ball hawk.
Ray Nitschke?
Looking good, too. Like, looking like super vintage.
Ah. Just in my lane. I just ate up a blocker and let my guys fill.
Nice job. Nice
Ate
job.
my blocker and let my guys fill, right?
In the chat, if you don't want us to player lock on defense, let us know, because you don't then get to see Sgibs' crazy setups, elite user skills.
What are you talking about?
They don't get to see the plays from a normal screen where they could learn. Yeah. If Scott Burgo doesn't want to see you player lock, then we won't player lock. Because then you can't see everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've already failed the challenge anyway.
They did not fail the challenge.
Kind of failed the challenge. Yeah, people don't want player lock.
No?
No. Yeah, it's not a good view angle. See, I'm a man of the people, so I say no player lock.
Yeah.
Because we took a vote, and player lock lost. Fair and square. So it's over. That experiment's over. Shout out to the chat.
All of the people.
Howard's saying use the D-line, but no one wants to see that either.
All of the people. Okay. Ooh,
That was
lucky.
Decent. Yeah.
Lucky.
Okay, user.
Lucky.
He's already gonna do a have to swat everything challenge, John Beast, because he holds X, because he's afraid, because he's not a ball hawk.
Don't throw that. Oh.
Cut it off too much. You got greedy. You tried to you were like tender right in the right spot. I liked your abilities. That is where you generally want to be. Underneath it, right there, where Sgibs was, between the receiver and the quarterback, he, with most users, if he was just 6 polygons deeper, holds Y, gets that nice up ball hawk catch. Almost in the right position. That's ultimately a good move. Because to run with that guy, he was going to lose ground, so by moving the depth closer, he like made up some ground, if that makes sense. How does matchmaking work in head-to-head? Is it the same as draft champions? I don't know, but I'm assuming yes, it's a similar system. Probably based on points, ratings, rankings, stuff like that. Defensively, this playbook is the Browns playbook. 1 for the green screen, 2 for not green screen. Think he's QB sneaking? Do I think he's QB sneaking? 1 yard gain. Edwired? Shout out to Edwired.
Right there, Nick.
Did he sneak 2 in a row? 3 in a row. The fans like the green screen.
I don't know. It's weird.
Stuffed frog.
Who's Stuffed Frog?
He's apologizing for mean things he said, which I will accept your apology, Stuffed Frog.
Welcome back, Stuffed Frog.
Welcome
Hey,
back. Welcome.
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 We welcome you here, no matter what. Well,
Well, for the most part.
For the most part.
For the
Cross
most
the
part.
line.
Yeah.
You G-homie it.
I banned G-Home the other day, and then he's like, why did I get banned? I'm like, bro, Brandon Cooks.
Is that old school kick return?
It's not even the new Brandon Cooks.
Is that the old school kick return I just did there?
It's Cash Money Records.
That's awesome.
That's how you win a corner strike challenge, Gibbs. Challenge failed part 2. Sgibs.
What is it?
Scored a touchdown without running to play corner strike. Illegal.
It's not illegal.
Is he gonna quit?
That'd be.
It's not even the new Brandon Cooks.
So?
I've noticed that people pause the game after touchdowns, but I don't know why. Because then they go right back into
They
it.
pick the wrong play. I've always thought that because if you pick the wrong play and then pause it, I think it like kicks you out of your play. It's like a free. It's like a free get out of jail card.
Does it?
I think so.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Number 11 with the kick, return, a big hit there. That's Bob Sanders, guys.
Big Bob.
That position right there is your strong safety number 2. What I'm going to recommend you do if you have a little bit of coin sitting around is grab a Calvin Pryor as your backup strong safety. Put him into that number 2 strong safety position. He's good for a lot of situations too, but he'll come down on the kick game and could force some fumbles for you out of the that position. So he's a really good person right there. He shouldn't cost you too much. So I would recommend that. Teflon, you know, I would as I've always ran my platform for Madden president, I believe in a system based on true gameplay, true user skills, no
Like
penalties that aren't user related, no random events that can dictate outcomes without user input or skill-based ratings or decisions, you know, bad snaps. That's not my platform. That's not what I would run on. If you want to put a snap mechanic in that ties my center's ratings or weather into you know, me pressing the A button in a window and it's skill-based, that is something I would enjoy. But if it's just going to give me a random bad snap or
Never liked that. Never
something,
liked
I don't prefer that. I would
personally.
like, give me as much control as possible. I would run on the control Madden platform. You know? Cooks. What if, oh. See, you just got popped by Eric Reed. If you fumbled right there, you'd be like this. You'd be like this.
What?
Boo-hoo, I'm Sgibs. The game doesn't like me. And then I'd be like, but you just ran directly into Eric Reed's hit stick. You didn't cover up. I've told you continuously to cover up with Brandon Cooks. But dude, last time I touched the ball on special teams with Brandon Cooks, I got a touchdown. I'm awesome. And I'd be like, but that's not related to you getting popped with a hit stick. And you'd be like, shut up.
Why are you doing
Do you want to be my vice president?
Why? No.
You don't?
Absolutely
Did you
not.
run against me?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you hold office ever?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Corner strike. Dotopotamus. Odell Beckham. Right now, there's a good question out there. Is 92 review of the Odell Beckham, the new 92. Now, he's gone from an 88 with 88 speed to a 90 with 89 speed, and now he has 90 speed on his 92. Now, 90 speed to me is good, but it's not that much better than 88. If you're buying the Odell, you're buying him for the 90-ish, 92-ish route running, or the spectacular catch, which is like 94. Can I pay an extra? If he's going for 800K right now, the Draft Champions one's almost invisible. So can you pony up big dough, big cheddar, big stacks, big bread for the new Odell? I would wait. I'd wait. I would still think the 88 Odell is going to play pretty darn similar to see if you like Odell's. And needed an exit, needed a double tap. Needed a double tap there.
The defender got like. Yeah.
It's Richard Sherman.
No. He got like.
No, it was.
No, but he got like weird.
Thoughts on the full house formation? I don't like it, Elite Sports. I ran into it a couple times in my playbook breakdowns where I reviewed the Packers playbook, Giants playbook, and I ran it just out of remembrance. Used to love the Full House, don't love it anymore. You know, is it fine? Sure. Could you run that play maybe and it could be decent? Yeah, it could be decent, but hard pass. Gotta be a sack. Whoa is Sgibs. How'd you get the ball, punt? Turnover. Turnover City.
Turnover on down.
Retro Assassin, Mr. Farls. I used the Packers playbook on offense and defense. Should I switch to a book that has better formations or stick with the Packers book that I'm comfortable with enough? Retro, you should switch from the Packers playbook. I'm sorry. I think you will do better. That's Lamar Miller. I really like the Lamar Millers that are out there.
That's the first juke I've seen.
That's like really actually faked you out.
Yeah.
I would say you should switch out of the Packers retro. I know you're comfortable in it, but I think a lot of the formations that you're probably actually liking will be in other playbooks. Let me know which ones you like, and we can find you a book that has those to like keep you comfortable. But there's better playbooks available. I should have swatted, huh?
Yeah.
I thought Ballhawk was going to save me.
I didn't do anything.
You covered 2 routes on one play with one guy. Who's the CPU? But trust me, as a guy that loved the Packers playbook in 12 on offense, or maybe it was 13. It's not where it was. Those 2-back stuff, like, because I don't like the Giants really either. How good is Curse? How good is whoever hit Curse?
So I'm going to score all the touchdowns without actually playing offense.
Failed the challenge number 3 right here.
That's how that failed the challenge.
Who hit the quarterback?
My blitzer? Where the slot corner is?
Mel Blount. That's why I put Mel Blount in
There you
there.
go.
See, he pauses it after touchdowns. Will you go to the closet over there and get the Odell Beckham from the closet? I'm doing a giveaway.
What's Odell Beckham?
The McFarlane.
Post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick? He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now. Yeah, put some gravy on there.
Odell Beckham?
Odell.
No,
I got it for you. I got you. It's a good one. I promise it's a good one.
Sky kick.
You were going to run out of time. They were going to kick it out of bounds.
That's not true. I now lost my desk real estate. You kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Who has 2 mice?
Guys, for the Brain Trust, we've got the Odell Beckham for a giveaway. So this will be the giveaway here for this week. Odell. So somebody is going to win this, and I will mail it to you. Please live in the U.S. or Canada. Good user. This guy's gonna quit. Now Odell Beckham, tremendous game.
Odell's great game.
222 yards.
He did a great job.
But
He went off the reservation.
he had some sideline antics. Okay, I do agree that he was off the
He
field.
was off the field, though.
He was off the field with his helmet. But I don't know. He's on my squad, so I should back him up for anything, right?
Yeah.
And he did catch the game-winning touchdown.
Got the game touchdown. And everyone loves saying well, it's gonna cost you down the road. I mean, is it? If he does it again, sure, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it almost cost us in that game, yeah.
But it did it. But did it?
Almost. Thankfully,
Did it?
Joe Flacco was not elite at the end of the game.
Okay.
Landon Collins in pass coverage, kind of scary. That's the Julio on the playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good. Can you? How would you score on Corner Strike? You're gonna call it a different play.
Me?
Covenant Peoples, will the Muckcast ever make a return?
Hang in there, boys.
That was a pancake. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That dude just got waxed. He did not score a pause after that time. You got a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
The Odell does not come with a kicking net. Maybe that'll be in the next series. If you do win this, the one thing I'll say, If you don't want Odell, I may be able to do Cam instead of Odell. I have to check on that, but it's possible if you're like Farles, keep it. I don't want Odell. I don't want a game-winning touchdown catch guy. I'm a Cowboy fan.
What if they're a Patriot? What if they're a Patriot and they want Tom Brady? I got one of those.
Are you willing to put it up?
Yeah. For this group?
For this squad?
Ready.
All right, so you could either say, if you really don't want Odell, like if you really don't want it, Brady. I also, I think, have a Cam I could give you instead. So, we'll do that.
I'm on the winning.
Man of the people, you know? Just, you know.
Who, me? Of course.
Both of us. Both of us right there, you know. Could display it on the desk, but it's cool. But I feel like somebody else would appreciate it more, you know? Pat Pete, SWAT team. Why didn't you pick team that? That was a pick.
I don't pick. I'm not picking.
You were in 2-man under.
So?
Did you move the safeties out? Where was the safety?
I used the safety.
I like that. What's the best way to run the ball? Do you sprint right after you snap the ball? You do not hold sprint after you snap the ball, KM clutch. You want to look for plays like stretch, counter, quit.
And we'll be seen.
Na.
What? Such a successful experiment.
Na. Hey.
Goodbye.
Cha.
So I won again, of course.
He quit. He flat out quit.
Yep. Victory.
What's the best run defense? I personally use the nickel 3-3-5 wide. Now, there's a couple options in there. You can use the 4-4 cover 2 invert. It's good.
Cover 4 is good too.
4-3 under cover 4 is good.
Any cover 4.
3-4 cover 2 is good if you slide the corners in. But I would say, for me, the 3-3-5 wide, the chat has just been chirping that hard. I've been using the cover 3. Blitzes 2 guys. Sometimes I use the cover 4. But it's totally up to you guys.
Zan put a great video of right at the beginning of the year about cover 4 and why it's like the best base run defense because it has the deep safeties and run fits. So there's a video on Zan's channel, Forward Progress Madden, that talks deep into why really any cover 4 is a really good run defense.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, anything else in the chat, guys? Any other questions on Twitter that you sent in? If you have mailbag questions for next week's show,
Mailbag.
Put them in here. TWIM Q. You can do that. So use that mailbag. Gibbs from OS Millennium, who is the man, by the way.
The man.
What's your strategy for attacking 3 points in the last section? Oh, there's a battlefield question.
Okay.
I know it was just a joke. Oh. But I read it, but I didn't read the whole thing first.
Oh.
OS, I can fly in some Battlefield single-player tips. I did complete it. And I actually want to do a really good challenge.
I tried to squad up with OS last night. OS, Mark Price, and Frisk. We played a little bit of Battlefield, but I couldn't get my mic to work, to connect.
On your headset?
My headset, I could hear them, but they couldn't hear me.
On the Astro?
Yeah.
Were you in PC mode?
No way.
I don't know.
Would that be a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
If you hook up to your PC and not your Xbox, probably would not work. Maybe.
No, I'm optically connected to the Xbox. That's why I could hear them.
It was muted.
Not muted.
Was it plugged in?
OS at Millennium said he had the same thing. Same problem with the Astro. He sent me links that I've
The
tried.
Stros?
Yeah.
They're sweet though.
They're so dope. They're
small
dope.
issue if your mic on your headset,
But my mic
issue.
My mic has worked.
These don't work either though.
Those don't work on.
They work as a headset, but if you plug them into the controller, they don't work as a mic.
Crazy town. How? It's a microphone.
But these my Bose, my like earbuds that I wear to the
Right.
gym work. They're
They
$7.
work.
What?
$7 one, but the $300 pair of Bose headphones don't work.
But they sound good.
They're product review.
Airplane life. Airplane
product
life.
review. Like you wanna make your life better.
And
like,
you fly on airplanes more
not even
than,
flying airplanes. Like
or you work at a desk job where you
put
have to
you-
listen to other annoying coworkers all day long.
oh, you mean like you? Just the batteries don't even work in this. You're a fraud. You don't even have the batteries. These don't change your life. These will change your life.
I keep them charged.
Change your life.
I think it's the green screen Prince TYR. All right. Who else has questions? That's it.
Yep.
Until next time, guys, this is
Same
show
bat channel.
208. Thank you for the follows on the channel. Thank you for the subscribes. We will figure out a way to email the Brain Trust for this giveaway. Keep an eye out. Good luck. And we'll talk next week. And until next time,
Until next time, same bat channel.
lock up.